Give me that. Give me
What's
a
up,
nice
everybody out there? This Pastor B Love, and I was wondering, out of all the people out there that's listening or watching this video, how many of you deal with people on your job that are out to get you, or people, neighbors, people in your neighborhood that that they talk about you behind your back, or if you're in school, they're always talking about you, spreading lies about you, defaming your character. So, how many people really dealing with these type of things? Pretty much a lot of us. You got people on your job. It seems like their only goal in life is to upset you or to get back at you. So how do we deal with these type of people? Well, there are plenty of ways to deal with them, but we always have to deal with them in righteousness according to the word. Now, first of all, I'd like to let you know, all right, in Proverbs 21 verse 18, it says that the wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. So now, if the wicked will be the ransom for the righteous and the transgressor for the upright, you notice they're always on opposite ends. The wicked and the righteous, transgressor, the upright. What it is these are the people that help sharpen you. You have areas that you need to deal with that have weakness, that when they are touched, you still react in the flesh. You have areas of weakness, and the enemy needs people to work through. The demons need people to do their work. So they use people who are accessible to them, even as well as believers can be used by the enemy. So what we want to do is, see, the enemy knows your weaknesses. They know where you're weak. They know what affects you. So they come at you in an area that affects you. If you have a problem with people talking about you behind your back, then you'll continue to deal with people talking about you behind your back until you finally stop running from that thing and face it and deal with it. Because people are going to talk about you whether you do good or whether you do bad. So go ahead and do what's right and let them keep talking. But this is an area of weakness that you need to deal with, not so much as to get them to stop talking about you. Whatever your insecurity is, the enemy is going to attack that thing. So like when I would go to the gym, and I noticed like most of the guys always did bench presses, they always doing curls all day long, but rarely did you see anyone doing squats. Now I knew my legs needed to be worked, and I didn't want to work bench all the time, so what I would do is I would go and do those squats. That was a machine you never had to really fight with people to work on your legs, because everybody wants to work on the part that was more enjoyable to do. It was more pleasurable. But when you worked your legs, when you did squats, you gave your whole body a workout. They're the biggest muscles in your body, and it has your whole body sweating, your whole body straining, and from the time you start doing them, you want to quit. But the results are, they're great. So these are things we got to deal with. So if you have people on your job and school, in your neighborhood, wherever your world is that you have to deal with them, like we say, don't return evil with evil, return evil with good. And these people are your exercise equipment. You use these people to strengthen your weak areas, build those areas up, because you're going to deal with more people than just them. So you might as well face it now and deal with that thing and get strong in that area. Whatever, I can't really name everything, but whatever your weakness might be, deal with it. Don't run from it. Deal with it. Face it. Overcome it. The word says that whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. We are not to run from, we are not to go around things. The Lord will be with you in the midst of your trials. It's a fiery trial which is to try you. Your faith is of no good if it has never been tried. It's never been tested and never been proven to be acceptable and perfect in the sight of God. So these people, use them for exercise equipment. Use them to help you get where you got to get. I'm not saying do them wrong, but let them keep bringing everything they got to you. And you take those things and you take it in prayer. See, because you got to remember, stop focusing on the people Stop focusing on the people. It says, for we war not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, thrones, rulers, spiritual wickednesses in high places. And the word tells us that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. So if we war not against flesh and blood, but the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, the people that are trying to get you, as we say, are not even the enemy. The enemy is the influence behind them. If we recall when Jesus told his disciples that he would be killed and that he would be in the ground 3 days and that he would be raised up, and Peter came and said, Lord, I won't let that happen to you. And Jesus looked at Peter and said, get thee hence behind me, Satan. And who was he talking to? He was looking at Peter, but he was speaking to the influence that caused Peter to say what he said. That wasn't Peter doing it. It was the influence of the enemy. So we have to have that same mind. Let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. That we have to recognize that the enemy is not flesh and blood. The enemy is the demons, the dark forces, Satan and his imps, Satan and his demons. That's what it is. And what happens is what he needs is to get you so offended in the natural realm that you will not use your weapons, which are not carnal. He knows that long as you're offended in your flesh, in the natural realm, you will not pray for that person. You will not pray, period. You'll go straight to the flesh, to the natural realm, where our powers are of no good. Our power, we work in the spirit realm. We birth things in the spirit realm, not in the natural realm. So stay out of this realm. When people come at you, you pray for them. Take your weapons of your warfare and war against what's causing them to do what they're doing to you. Strengthen yourself in that area. Face these things. Deal with them. I just can't emphasize it enough. So if you're watching this, pretty much I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this. And for all y'all out there, you know, let's fight these battles, because in all things we are more than conquerors. Conquerors win every battle, and we are more than conquerors, and we can do all things through Christ, which strengthens us. So y'all take care out there. Peace.